Hey guys, now we'll look like validation in Node.js. So basically, validation is like you already know. I shown you in JavaScript and Node.js also. But there we have to write our custom codes like length should be this, and then if the length parameter is not correct, then you should send a message error, and a lot of like if age is not present, send back that age should be present. So these all stuff we have to write like if there are 10 parameters, we have to write like maybe 30 lines of code to check each and every step of the fields which are we are receiving from the like API or from the external forms, whatever you want to say. But this thing can be eliminated with using the Joy. So what is Joy? So Joy is just a framework which makes validation very easy, and it's the most powerful validation. You can see the most powerful schema description language and data validator for JavaScript. So it works as a schema. We have to define the schema. Like schema means just you can say an object what type of data we'll be getting, and on that scenario it just checks the data. So you can see here the weekly downloads, it's so much. I mean, you can see how much it's being used. And if you want to check any their documentation, just come to npm joy. After there, just click documentation in API. You can see, and here you can like find a lot of how to use that. Like there are like around 100 methods. I mean 100 methods. I mean if you are using one method, two method, but there are like maybe 500 methods. And if you want to use any of them, you can just come here and check, because teaching all of them it's not possible, because it will take like 100 hours, because there are around 500 methods. So I'll teach you the most basic one, the most used one. Apart from that, I'll tell you more than that only, because more than basics only. So you can see in date we have so much, in expression we have so much. So if you want to check any, you can just come here and check. Still you find document to be like hard, you can just google and like I want to validate this type of data, and they will just send you on the Stack Overflow somewhere. You can just find the solution. So let's just start. They will give you the solution in Joy only, because Joy is very famous. So let me just show you. Suppose you want to validate password, so you just say password validate in Joy, just write it, and you can see happy, because previously it was called happy Joy. So if they're happy written, you can just use that. So now here you can see how to use the password validator. So it's shown you here. You can also see. So it's, if you find some validating step to be hard, just google it. You can just come to Stack Overflow somewhere, you will get the results, because Joy is very popular. You just write Joy validation and you will get a bunch of answers. So let's just start with the project. We'll come to E and we'll make a folder. We'll say validation dash Joy. Okay, we'll open it normal. Then we say open with code. Everything's normal, nothing much. Go to terminal, and here we'll say npm install Joy. So this is the way we install Joy. We just write npm install Joy and it's done. Now we'll just create a file called app.js or whatever you feel like. Now here we'll say constant Joy equals to require Joy. First we will require. Now we have to describe the schema, the type of schema we'll be receiving. So we'll say constant schema equals to joy.object. So we define an object here, and we put brackets, then colon, like curly braces, Then we'll say we'll be receiving a name. Now name should be what? It should be a string. So we'll say joy dot string. See, now we'll put a method because it's a method, and we'll be receiving age, which will be joy dot age is a number, so we'll say number. Okay, it's normal, nothing but a schema. Now we'll build a schema which will validate. So suppose this data is coming from API, so we'll just say payload because maybe it's coming from the API, and here we name give like Sayyid Ashraf. Age will give like 24, like normal. Okay guys, now to do validate, we just say constant result equals to schema. So this is the schema we defined, so we'll say schema dot validate. Now here we'll give the payload, so we'll say validate this, and whatever all the results, just console it. Okay, like normal. Oh sorry, I did install again, so I'll say node app.js. So you can see we got the same value back. Why? Because everything's correct. This is a string and this is a number. Now suppose this number I'm sending as a string. Okay, again everything okay, it returns back a integer because like a number, because it just passed the string and checks okay it's a number, so you can just go forward. But suppose in the name I am sending 24. Okay, now just see what happened. Now the error came, name must be a string, so I am sending a number, it telling me it should be a string, but you can see here name must be a string, throwing an error. But if I make it 24 as a string, now it's perfect, it's perfectly working fine. But if you make a number, it will throw an error. So you can see we are getting a bunch of data which is of no use, so I'll just directly check this message. So I'll say response dot error dot message. Okay guys, now we are directly getting the error message, name must be a string. So now we don't have to write this, we'll just send this data directly to, I mean whoever is using our API, that name must be a string, and it will be all done by the Joy. I will show you with Express also. First let's just check with normal. Okay, now suppose I am not sending the age, I am just sending the name in the payload. Okay, now if I check, again name must be a string. Okay, I'll make it a string, I'll say Sayyid Ashraf. Yeah, so it's saying cannot read property because that we are not getting an error, because we are getting a result. So we can do it like this. It gives two things, one is error, one is value. Okay, I'll say if error, print the error console dot log, else if result, if value, console dot log, print the value like the correct data. Now if I run, error is not defined. Okay, this is called error, so I'll say error. Yeah, now let's just check. So basically it's giving the correct way because I'm not sending the age, but still it's working. You can see the value is being here, but why? Because I haven't told age is also required. Now I'll say number dot required. So this is the required parameter, age is required. Use like send name or not, it doesn't matter, age is required. In the form we just write required, if you know, like in input tag, so it becomes like I mean you have to important, you have to fill that box. Same here, age is required. If it's not there, it will send an error. So it can see res. Okay, it's not res, it's error. Sorry guys, it's error. Yeah. Dot message. Okay, let me just remove the message part. Undefined. Let me get the error directly. So you can see age is required, but why it's not printing? Age is required. I think we are getting directly the error. We can just say error dot message. Let me check. Yeah, you can see age is required. Is sending the error also, like age is required, but value also sending. Okay, values did, but the age is required, the correct value. This is the correct value, but age is required. Now what I'll say, I'll put this in a braces. Now I'll write else, just print value, otherwise don't print the value because it's no use if there is an error. See, age is required. Now we'll say okay, we'll give the age. I'll say age 24. Now the value getting printed. If I'm not sending name, no error because age is there, which was required. Name is not required. You can send or not send, it doesn't matter, but I'll say required because age is also, like, name is also an important part. Without name you can't do anything. So now it's sending name is required. So I mean, this thing is clear. If you want to receive a string, just say string. If you want to receive a number, just say number. Now suppose I'm sending 24.5, which is a number but not a real integer number. I mean, if you enter age somewhere, you say 20, 21, you don't write floating points. So I won't receive the floating points, and you can see it's working fine here. Let me just give the name. And you can see it's working fine, giving us the value, but I don't want the value because age is wrong. Just show back, send back the error because age can't be in floating. So I say dot integer. It should be an integer which is required. Now it's saying age must be an integer, and we are sending a integer. You can see floating, so it's telling age must be an integer. Now if I give the integer value like 245, which is an integer, it's accepting it. But you can see there is an error. 245 can't be a real age. Maybe someone has lived, but in normal 245 can't be real age. So what, after checking the value is integer or not, I'll say minimum value should be 0, 1, because there is no one who is less than 1 year, because we'll accepting only in year. So maybe someone of 6 months, so he has to give 0.6, and we are not accepting that. So minimum year should be 1. And after say, I say dot max. Max is 80. People who are more than 80, we won't accept them. Okay, in our database, or you can say application. Send. You can see age must be less than or equal to 80, because age is less than or equal to 80. If I send 80, see, it got accepted. Now suppose I am sending 1, which is acceptable because minimum is 1. But if I send 0, not acceptable, age must be greater than or equal to 1. So you can see we don't have to write any code for checking number, for checking integer, minimum, max, or we just write a method and it is done by the Joey only, and message is also sent. But suppose I send 2.5 greater than 1, and you can see age must be an integer. It has been stopped here. So it works in a flow. Firstly we have to check whether it's a number or not. After checking number, then we check integer. I mean, you can't check whether it's a integer then check number. An integer can only be there first. It has to be a number. Suppose if I remove this integer part, now I'll check directly whether it's an, okay, what happened? Yeah, directly checking whether it's an integer, it will give an error. See, integer is not a function, because it works like a chain. Firstly you have to check whether it's a number, then you check integer or not, then you check min or max, whatever you want to write, then required. So it's work in the flow. You just can't put anything previously or back. I mean, you know what I'm trying to say. Now there is another part which I am sending is balance. Okay, so there is, or maybe amount. I'm sending some amount. Okay, and here we'll say amount is 100, and here we'll make it age 25 only. So amount is not allowed. So you can see we haven't described amount here, so it's just sending you back. You can't send us amount because we don't accept amount keyword, or you can see key or parameter, whatever. So we don't accept amount variable. So if you are sending extra data also, it will just send you back, oh, we don't accept that, whether you send or not, we just don't accept it. Now if I'm accepting amount, so amount should be what? It should be a number, obviously, and we'll make like this, and it should be a floating point. So we'll say float. What is, we have integer, then we have I just forgot what is add rule. We'll say float. I think float has been depreciated because number floating, I mean, just don't know, let me check. Okay, yeah, I think float has been depreciated, so let me just check whether float has been, let me see, float in Joy fellow 80, and let's check the answer. This is either out of date, so you can see it's out of date. We just have to directly write number, and we have to install another library, Joy Decimal, you can see, then we can check. So it doesn't matter for us. Okay, and you can use precision also, but it's saying precision for now as it doesn't work as expected. So maybe I'll tell you precision also afterwards, so you can't just use it here. Okay, so you can see floating is not acceptable anymore, so you just have to write number. It should be a number. Okay, so amount 100, but amount is in a not required. So maybe someone has amount, someone has not money, so we can just remove amount. So we don't put required here. See, successfully working, there is no any stuff. But suppose in the name I am just sending 2 letters, that's it, working fine. But it's wrong. You'll be like, okay, you ask for a string, it's sending you the string, whether it's 1 letter, 2 letters or 100 letters. You are right, but I mean, name should always are of 6 letters at least, both the name first and last, or maybe the first only. At least it should be of 6 letters. So we'll say joy dot stick dot length sorry, here also we'll say min max only. We'll say minimum of 6 characters and maximum of 12 characters. Okay, so how it's work, when you put an integer, it's check in the integer way, like if the value is less than 1 or more than 80. But when you put a string, it counts the number of letters there. So minimum 6 letters, maximum 12 letters. And here when there is a number, it doesn't count the numbers, string numbers, it count the real value, but here it counts the letters. Okay, now minimum 6, maximum 12. So you can see name length must be at least 6 characters long, so it's sending you as a length name, so that's why I was writing length, but it's also a minimum max. So you can see name length must be at least 6 characters, so I'll say Sayyid, that's also 4. Again the same stuff. If I say Ashraf, now more than 6 acceptable, less than 12. If I give more than 12, name length must be less than or equal to 12 characters long. So if you have a string, you want to be in like particular order, so you can just say minimum this, maximum that. So this is also you can do. Now suppose someone is sending a username also, so you know username doesn't have that space and all that, it's just together. So for that we'll say joy, but it's a string only, dot string dot alpha num. So you can see alpha num, alpha numeric, and minimum max you can add, I'll say minimum 6, maximum 12. Okay, send it or not, it's not required, put a comma in the end. Yeah, so if I send a username, I'll send less than 12, so I'll just say Sayyid Ashraf. Okay, it's like around 8 or 9. Send. So age 25. Okay, yeah, put a comma here, I forgot. Name length, okay, yeah, name length I have to remove it, it's a older error. You can see username must only contain alphanumeric. So alpha means alphabets, numeric means number, only alphanumeric are acceptable, but we have an extra space. So if I remove the space, oh sorry guys, what happened? Yeah, and you can check username must only contain alphanumeric. Oh yeah, you can check there is a dot, I have to remove the dot also. Now working alphanumeric. Oh, I'm so sorry guys, this is the username, I was changing this name. Now if I remove the space, you can see we getting the data, means it's totally correct, there is not any error. But if you add a dot, that is not an alphabet, not a number, we got the error, it should only contain alphanumeric characters. If I give a number, Sayyid 456 Ashraf, acceptable because that is a number. But if you give like and this, and you know, not acceptable because we only accept alphabets and numbers. So if you are accepting both, you can just write alpha num. Mostly these are in the cases of alpha when you have a username, as I gave username also, because they are together and we don't allow special characters, so you can use this also. Now suppose you are asking password, so you can just define the password here, joy dot, it's a string in real. Now we can just give our own pattern, so it's not just with the password field, for any field you can use your own regular expression. So here we'll say regex, because we're gonna define our own regex. So you know, in password, small letters, capital letters, numbers, and minimum 8, maximum 16, the basic one whenever you go to any website. So we'll use that only. We'll say new reg x, and here we'll say upper quotes. Now here we'll say A to Z, small letters, capital A to capital Z, capital letters, 0 to 9, and here we'll say 8 to $30. Yeah. Now if I send the password, okay, let me just run directly. Amount error. Okay, it's not a comma here. Now we'll fix the username firstly. Remove the, yeah. So everything's working fine. Password is not required. If I just put required, now it will say okay, password is also required. You can see password is required. Now if I say password, I'll say like XASD45QEE. Okay, so it's like a very typical password. Let's just check whether it's get passed or not. Age 20. Okay, I'm always forgetting commas, guys. You can see password with value fails to match the required pattern, so it's telling fail to match. Because we are not expecting these special characters, let me just remove this. See, now it got passed because here we are telling small a to small z, capital A to capital Z, 0 and 9. If I make it like this is small, not acceptable because it's asking for 8 to 30, minimum 8, maximum 30. Now if I say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, total 8 characters passed, one less character not passed. You can see now 8. Now we'll make more than 30, we'll just say A only. Okay, A is acceptable also. See, password with value fail. You can see this is so long, so you can just put what value do you accept or not in a regular expression. It can be for anything and you can just do it. But suppose you want your own password complexity, but you just don't want to write this regular expression, because every time you write a regular expression you have to go look the documents, you have to check how it's being written, because you don't use regular expression in your daily life. So every time you will make it, you will go for the documentation. So for that also we have a Joy, what do you call this, password validator, where you can just give direct values like here. So let me just go and show you. Joy password validate. You can see Joy password complexity. Just open it, and it's got a good download 3778, and you just say constant Joy password complexity. So let me firstly install this and show you. npm install joy dash password dash complexity. Now we'll say constant complex equals to require Joy password complexity, and we can come here and see we just have to say password complexity dot validate and it will validate. So this is the password complexity variable. We'll say dot validate and it will validate, and here we specify like this, and you can see when no options are specified it uses this, but we can define our own complexity like this. Then we say just validate and it's get validated. So you can use this also, but I mean it's a, I installed it, but I thought I will show you, but everything is clearly written here, so you can use that instead of just writing a regular expression. But this is also good. I mean I have used somewhere in my project, I can't remember, maybe in some freelancing stuff I used this package only, password complexity, and it was pretty good. You can see min 10, max 30, lowercase 1, uppercase 1, numeric 1, symbol 1, requirements count 2. So yeah, so this was like password validator if you want, but regex also good, not bad. Yeah, will you move this long? Save it. Oh, I'm again. So everything getting validated for now. Now we'll see like joy.any. So suppose you have some token, so you are asking the user for the token, and token can be in any form. It can be an object, can be an array, can be a string, can be a number, it can be anything, and you want to accept it also, and you just don't know the data type. If you write by yourself like string, then it will just throw error like it's a number, floating point maybe. So you'll tell okay, whatever data comes, just accept it. So I'll say joy.any. Any means any data. So if I just say token, and here I'll just give 3 to 5 passed. String, if I say string, passed. If I send array 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5, passed. So everything is getting passed because I told specifically it can be anything. Now we'll see for email. And one thing, make sure the key you are sending, it should match the key you are doing validation for. Now here we'll say joy dot email. Okay, like this. Now if I say here email syosas@gmail.com, got error, joy.email is not a function. So it's telling us joy.email is not a function. But how can we do? We can just say joy, firstly it's a string because you know, then second it's a email. Now it's getting passed. How? Because we have to check the whether it's a string or a number. If it's a number, it can't be an email obviously. So I told you it's like follow a chain method. Like in number I told you first number then integer, same here, first string then email. Now if I just remove @ email must be a valid email, so it's showing you not a valid email. If I just write @l.com, @l.com, see acceptable. Then you say l.com, it's not a real email, but it's a real, I mean whichever, if you write @ and some domain name, you can have whatever domain name, then make an email ID of that, so it's totally possible. Okay guys, so that's why it's working. Now if I remove the .com, now it's a problem because @l is nothing. Okay, email must be a valid email. Now we have to say .co. Okay, see .co working, .co, .in, all are these valid emails. But we have to suppose your company is Flipkart, you work in a Flipkart, so you'll have a something @flipkart.com, or maybe just let it be Flipkart part. Suppose you are telling you'll only accept .in. .in is mainly used in India. Okay, you'll say whichever is email ID which user .in, I'll use most of the companies which have a domain name in India use .in. Okay now. So and you have a .us is for mostly USA, .org, so it's an organization, blah blah blah. So you will only accept .in. So what you can say in email, and you'll say firstly say minimum domain segments, so that will be like 2. Now here you specify TLDS domains you'll accept, so I'll only accept .com and .in. Okay, I'm only accepting .com and .in. If I send the mail .co, now how it got? Okay, if I say US, I mean, how it's working. Okay, it's not like this. We have to put it a curly brace in TLDS also, and here we'll say allow. Then inside that we have an array. Firstly curly braces, then allow, then array. Okay guys, now if I hit, email must be a valid email. Now if I say .com, acceptable. If I say .uo, not acceptable. .in, acceptable. So this is what about email you can easily get if the person has a valid email of that particular company or .com, .in, whatever you say. Now one thing I forgot in password, suppose there is something called confirm password also. And this is you are sending another, like it's not a as same as password, and it's a wrong password. If you send, it will say okay, it will pass basically, but it will say we are not accepting confirm password. So we'll just copy this and we'll say paste it, and now we'll just write it here, confirm underscore password. Okay, confirm password with value fails to match. Okay, now we'll match with some numbers. See, completely fine because it's following alphanumeric with minimum 8, maximum 30, but they are not same. So we have to do something that it should be same and they follow the same validation also. So what can we do? We can say just remove this confirm. We can just say joy dot ref stand for reference, as we all know, and here we'll just give this password. Now if the password is different, it won't match. Confirm password must be ref password. So if I just copy this password, paste it in confirm password, save it, see, got. If I change a little bit in confirm password, we add like extra 1 in confirm password. Confirm password must be a reference of password. So you can see we can just use the confirm password also. So these were some basic schema validation which you'll use in daily life, but in the next part we'll see how to do advanced validation, where we use advanced tricks to validate data using Joy. Hey guys, now we'll see like some advanced validation in Joy. So like always we'll just say require Joy like normal, nothing much. Now suppose you have a registration schema. Okay, registration, I'll just say R schema. Okay, R schema means registration schema, and here you have a object which requires name, and name should be dot string. Okay, and minimum 6. Okay, normal. In registration basically you may ask our age also, so you will say joy dot number, normal. Now you want another schema for contact form. So contact will have other details, so you say constant contact schema equals to joy dot object, and you again here say name will be always be there. You say name joy dot object, joy dot string dot minimum 6. Now we'll say contact because I want to contact you, because so give me your contact number. So I'll say joy dot number, it should be minimum 10. So you can see one similarity, both the name, this name and this name is same. So maybe you have 10 forms and basically name is always there. Now you have to again and again like write the name joy string minimum 6, or maybe you have 3-4 variables which are common in every form, like you have name, email IDs, like phone numbers, maybe the 2-3 fields are very common. Now you have to again write for every schema. So what you can do, you can just make your own schema. You say constant name and you say joy dot string dot min, not nothing, sorry, not minimum, yeah, dot minimum 6. You just say okay, this is the name, and now instead of writing name and name again, you just pass the name. Now wherever you feel like this name will be used, just put the name, that's it. Now let me show you. I'll say constant data, name will be Syed, which is of not age will be 24. Now I'll say r schema dot validate, and what will validate? Yes, schema. So we'll say data. Okay, now we'll get same error response. So I'll copy this, see this error response which I told you in the previous part, paste here. I'll just say r schema. Okay, everything same. Let's just see confirm password must be reference password. What? Okay, I sorry, I made app.js file ran. I'll say index.js. yeah, r schema is not defined. What? Okay, capital S. Payload. Okay, it's called payload. Let me change it to payload. Yeah, guys, so you can see name length must be at least 6 characters long. So we have given just a name variable, put the joy string there, and just wherever required just put there. Okay, now if I check for contact schema, then also it will work fine. Now in contact schema we are sending contact. Now we'll change payload to contact, and number won't be like 10, so I'll just say 10 numbers. Let's just send 10 numbers. Then same thing, name length must be at least 6 characters long. Why? Because here we have put the name. So if you are going to use same value again and again, you can just use it once, so not required to use again and again. I mean, just declare it once and just write it wherever you want, and you don't have to like declare like this again and again. So let me just remove this. Now we'll build a form like a college form, and college form basically you have a teacher student, 2 people are normal, so we'll build like that. So we'll say constant schema equals to joy dot object. See, some people like joy dot object dot keys like this, that's also okay, nothing much, but mostly people use object, so use object only. They'll say name, there should be a name, and name should match with the name, common. Then there should be first name. First name should match like same, like minimum 6 characters long. Name first name can be 3 also, like I mean someone has a John, so it's just 4. So we'll say okay, just you should have a string. Okay, and last name joy dot string. Okay, normal you are sending name, first name, last name. Then suppose you are sending type mean whether they are student or teacher. So we'll say joy dot and they should send a string, and they can only be a teacher and student. They can't be like plumber or nothing much, so they should always be either teacher either student. So we'll accept only two parameters: either you are a student, either you are a teacher. We won't accept any other than that. So here we'll say dot validate, and in here we'll just give the values. We accept student and teacher. So now this validate will only accept for the teachers and for the student. Any other value won't be acceptable here. Now if you want, you can say this required like this if you want, and so let this be. Now next we'll see age. So we'll say joy dot number. So after this we'll see for age also, because there is something in age. So now now firstly we'll say Sayyid Ashraf, normal, and first name I'll say Sayyid, last name Ashraf, and type I'll say, suppose I'll say type unemployed, like normal. I'm sending the wrong value. Age will be 24. Everything's normal. We'll just save it. Now we'll run it. Firstly we have to change it to back to schema. Joy dot that I forgot brackets. So you can see type must be of object, so it's showing type must be of object. Now if I send the student, but why it's sending object? I'm not asking for object. Type must be of object. It's not validate, it's valid. So actually it's valid, not validate. So that was a mistake. Now if I run, so you can see now it's getting passed because we have sent a student. But if I send any other value like plumber, type must be one of the student or teacher. Now we are not writing any answer, it's just giving us back either you should be a student, either you should be a teacher. If I say type I am none, then also the same thing. If I don't send the type, suppose I am not sending the type, so you can see it passed. You can see here. Why? Because I haven't put required. So if you won't put required, it will pass. If you put, but if you are sending a value which is not required, then it has to go through this validation. Same for every other objects, key value pairs. Now suppose I am sending save it firstly. I am sending teacher. You can see teacher in small case, here also teacher, but in first capital, and here I am sending in smalls. You can see type must be of one of the student or teacher, so it's not matching that also. I mean it should be perfectly as teacher. If I say for the student, type must be of one of the student, so it should perfectly match. If I make h small, it will pass. You can see it passed. Now suppose in the age, either it can be, let me make it back to S capital. In the age, either it can be, if the if the teacher is filling the form, so teacher can should be like more than 30 years of age, and if the student is filling the form, so student should be of less than 30 years. So if I say minimum 30 years for teacher and maximum 60 year for age of for the teacher. Minimum 30 years, maximum 60. But if a student sends the data, age must be greater than, yeah, if I'm sending like 35, yeah, so you can see it passed because minimum 30 and maximum 60. But this validation is for just for teacher. If teacher data is coming, then it should be valid. Other than that, it for the student, I want to put another validation, like it can be less than 30 years of age. It should be less than 30 years of age. So you're getting my point? Teacher should be greater than 30 years of age, student less than 30 years of age. So I have to put both the validation in the age depending on what I get in type. If student run this validation, teacher run this validation. So like that. So we can do like this. We'll say joy dot number, and here we'll say joy dot when. When means when is student, when we are getting student, but where we are getting student, in the type. So I'll say in the type, so if the type is student, so I'll say then joy dot object, sorry, joy dot number dot minimum 30 if it is student. If not, so I'll say otherwise joy dot number sorry, it should be max, student should be max, okay na, otherwise minimum 30 and maximum 60 for teacher, and here we'll say minimum 20 for student also. Yeah, so here put a comma. So I think you got what I have written here. It's normal if else. I'll say age when, so I put a directly a condition when. Type, so it's called type. If it's called type 1 to 3, so I would have to write type 1 to 3. So it's written just type, so I have written type. I said type, if it's a student, then it should have a maximum 30 years age, minimum 20. Otherwise it will be teacher only, then minimum 30, maximum 60 will be applicable. So now if I send the data, I'm a student, I'm sending 35. Joy number, okay, I forgot like this. See, age must be less than or equal to 30. You are a student, you can't register. If I become teacher, instead of with the same age, I'll say I'm a teacher, I'm acceptable, data passed. But if I make 28 as a teacher, see, age must be greater than or equal to 30. Same thing if I say age 20 is passed for student, see, age passed because 20 to 30 is for students. If I make it 19, less than 20, age must be greater than or equal to 20. So we can put like this. Now here you can see the user is sending their name, or I can just change name to full name. Yeah, full name, not whole, it's full. Yeah, here also I'll change it to like full name. So you can see user is sending the full name also, first name also, and last name also. So if we are getting first name and last name, then full name is not required. If they are sending the full name, then first and last name is not required, and we have given all the three fields, but we want only one of those, either these two or either this one. So we will say, okay, if you have given full name, don't give us first and last. If you have given first and last, don't give us full name. So how do we do? After defining our object, in the end we put dot x, or we'll say either you define your full name or either you define your first name. So any one of them should be applicable, and FIRST first name, yeah. So either full name or first name. Age, okay, let me make it age 20. So okay, value contains a conflict between exclusive pairs full name and first name. So I am sending the both full name and first name. So if I remove the full name, suppose I just cut it out, just sending first and last, see, now data got passed. So you are not sending the full name, then data will accept your first name and last name. But suppose you are just sending your first name but not the last name. So I should put a condition, yeah, I can put a required, that's another part, but I should put a condition, if the user is filling the first name, then it should also fill the last name also. So after this we'll put a AND. If first name is there, and then we can't have then it should have last name also. See here, or full name or first name or last name, you can see, sorry, full name or first name. If first name is there, then last name should also be there. If I run, value contains first name without it required pairs last name. See, now if I just send the last name, not the first name, value must contain at least one of the full name or first name, because I have given here you can see full name or first name, so that condition getting dissatisfied. So we don't have to write full name with last name also, because this will only do the work. Because if first name is not there, so it will throw error. If first name is there, then it should also have a last name. But what if I don't send the all the three data? So you can see it's sending us error, either you have a full name or first name, so you have to give one. So if I say, okay, I'm sending the full name, data passed. So you got it. If you are sending full name, then first and last not required. Sending first and last, then full is required. So you firstly put a or, either one of the things present, both can't be. In this, if one is present, then other should also be present. So this is a kind of schema. You can put or, if, and whatever data you want. Now suppose you are taking payment some kind of, so here in this schema, this is our schema. So we here will say card, so we'll take a card number. So here we'll say joy dot string, because it will come as a string. Then we'll say like it should be of string, it should be of credit, yeah, credit card. So it will check whether the data is in the credit format, credit card number or not. So if I save it, now in the card I'll just say, I'll just send a number like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Card must be a credit card. If I just put a dash like this, card must be a credit card. So we have to pass the credit card number, which is a real. So let me just search a credit card number. So I'll say credit card images, we'll just put anyone, Okay, we can see it's like 4 4 8 12 16. So it has 16 numbers. So we'll put 16 numbers. So we'll say 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Okay, I think it's 16 numbers. Okay, still not 1 2 3 4 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Okay, it's more than 16. Yeah, now it's 16. So I have to remove this extra spaces, save it. Card must be okay. It's not accepting this also. How a credit card number? Let me just copy a real credit card number. So 1 2 3 4 5 7 6 8. Let me just enter this number. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0 1 2 3 4 5 1. Still not accepting. Should I have to give spaces? 9 0 1 2 3 4 5 1. String join the string credit card. Okay, yeah guys, so basically this 4242 worked. So let me just show you. See, this is also 16, but I don't know why previously it was not working. So you can see 4242 16 times. 424242. Maybe they have some logic for credit card numbers. Now it's error, but if I just make it 4242, so if you send a valid credit card number, it will just pass. Now suppose you want to send here, make it smaller. Boolean values, like suppose maybe I can ask for their whether they are Indian or not Indian. So it will have two values, boolean, joy dot boolean. So either you send a true, either you send a false, nothing else you can send. Either you are an Indian, either you are not an Indian. So if I come here, I say boolean, and suppose I send some other value like yes. Okay, now try to validate it. Boolean is not allowed, so you can't send this. So if I say, sorry, boolean, okay, I have to write it here Indian, not the boolean. So it was extra field error. You can't send an extra field. Yeah, if I just run it, Indian must be a boolean. You can see clearly Indian must be a boolean. So here I say okay, true, passed, false, passed. If I number, I give number sum, not passed. So it's only accepting true or false, nothing else. If you give if you give true in strings, then also pass, it will convert into boolean. Okay, and it say okay, it's passed. Now suppose you want something other data, like what can you ask for the user? You can ask birth date, but date I have already told you. I think we can ask for suppose I can ask for backlogs. The student, suppose this is a student schema and they have some backlogs. So I'll just say joy dot array. So because backlogs can be in one and can be in 2-3 subjects. So I'll say joy.array. If I send, acceptable because not a required. If you don't have a backlog any, just don't send any data, but if you have any, send in an array. So if I here say backlogs, if I say maths, I'm sending a string maths, and a backlogs must be an array. Okay, I'll send in an array. Now this one data past backlog maths. I can send another data physics, past backlogs math physics. So you can send a lot of data here. But suppose you want here in object, suppose you are sending an object, you are sending name, subject name, or you can say you are sending subject also as an array, and here you will say maths, and here you're saying marks, and here you'll say 24. Okay guys, same thing you'll follow in physics. Like you have to send an object, whether you have how many like subject name and marks also in an array, send pass because it's one an object. But if I just send one of the subject, not the marks, then also passed. So now we'll array the validation. Now we'll put inside array, if there is any object should have marks and subject. So let me just redo it. Yeah, so here I'll go in the array and I'll say dot items. Items mean items of your array. Now here I'll say joy dot object. Now here we'll build a new schema, keys. Now here we'll say it should have a name, which will be joy dot string, and sub marks, which should be of number. Then again you can put required and other stuff, minimum, maximum. Now if I send joy, I think keys has been depreciated or what. Let me just check with joy.object. 0 backlog 0.sub is not allowed. Subject maths marks 24. I'm saying okay, it's subjects, not name, subjects. Yeah, see, it passed. You have a subject maths marks 24. Suppose I am not sending the marks, but still passed. How come? Okay, yeah, it's not required. I'll put required, both them. If you are sending subject and marks, both should be present. If I send, now you can see backlogs 1 marks required. So this was the 0th position, this was the first. In the first, marks is required, so I'll just put comma marks. I'll say passed. Okay, must be a number. You have to give the number. We can see we are saying it should be a number, so I'll just say 24. See, now passed. So you can see, firstly we'll told it will come as an array, and inside array we'll have an object. So directly you can define objects like in, if you are directly sending an object, so you can just copy this, and here you can say like marks and paste this. You can directly do that also. So it's like nested. If you are thinking of it will, after array there will be a object, you can just say object. If I think okay, there should be a string, I'll say item should be of string. So it's up to you how you want that. And suppose here yeah, so I think then you have dates. So let me just show you for dates. If you go here, joy dates, Yeah, you can see you can play with the date format also, but where is usage, resources, API, yeah, can see date. So that's also one thing you can play with. You can see date should be greater than now. What is the current date? It should be greater than that. You can't put a current date. Then you can say ISO, it should be in ISO format. Then you have less, date should be less than this, whatever you say. Suppose I'll just copy this date and I'll put it okay here, and I'll say what I'll say joined. Maybe you, when you have joined the institute, like that, and here it will be a comma. But my institute was open in like 12:30, like 31st 12th month 2020, so you can't join before that. So if I just say here like yeah, after this array is ending, I'll say joined, and if I say here like I joined on 12th 31 2021, okay. So join must be less than, okay, it's less than, so I'll make a greater than, so greater than, yeah. So I opened after 20 in 2020, so it should be greater than that. So see, passed, because my institute opened in 2020, you can't join it before 12/31. So if I say if I send value which is less than 2020, or maybe I can say I say 2020 and it was 24th 11th month, okay. So that's less than, and it should be greater than that date. You can see join must be greater than this date. So you can always put like this validation, less, greater, max, maximum date should be this, minimum. Then timestamp is also there if you are sending timestamp, but these are not that much use. Maybe some backend is sending your data, that's another part. But if the user is filling by themselves, so it's very rare you'll see these. Then number we have seen, then you have min, max, we have seen everything. Then you can say negative also, positive. You can use precision also. So you can see specifies the maximum number of decimal places where and number of allowed. Okay, so let me just check. I'm not sure what is precision. It just, I mean, you can't send more than 3 or something like that. So I'll say I'll just say number, okay, nothing much. I'll say precision 2. So if I send the number like 24.5 comma, and let me just remove the date, otherwise it will throw it, or make it 2022, yeah. Precision, okay, it's for a semicolon, I have to make it comma, yeah. You can see it's passed. Now suppose if I am sending 500, okay, 545, yeah, then also it's being passed. Okay, it's not being passed, it's converted into 2. So what precision is doing, it just I mean, it just, what you say, it just rounding off to 2 decimal places. So how much you'll send? So I'll say 599999 like this, but I'll give only 2 decimal places. See, 24.6, because it's 5.999, it changed into 6. So I'm getting only 2. Whatever you do, it will change into 2 only. Or I can say suppose 00, 24.0, so I'll get 24 only. So it's like type of good thing also. Whatever, if you just want only 1 or 2 precision, then also if I say precision 0, so I won't get any decimal points. So now if I send, it's just 24, but I'm sending 24.123. So you can put precision also. It will just cut the your extra dot data, or you can say floating data, and give you the results, or it will just send it to like round off to the next integer or whatever you say. Then you can see object. I have shown you we can just have inside an object we can have object. All you can see this, I have told you in items we can do this. Then you can search pattern also. Yeah, one thing I forgot, that was I thought I will tell you in the starting. Suppose you are accepting username also. Now username is like I mean you are you want your company, so I mean you are a college, so you want, suppose your college name is IUL, so you want every username to start with IUL. But in this here you don't have something like that where you can say okay it should start with that. Okay, maybe you have, but you can't say okay in the end it should have 2020. So here you can just limit how, like your own, how you want the data. So here I say joy, and here we'll say dot string, and here we'll say I will make it custom. So I want to make it custom. So firstly we'll have a value which we'll get, and we'll say helper what will return as a message. Okay, now this will be an arrow function, and we will check here if, suppose I'm checking the length only, you can check I mean the first letter and the last letter. If the value dot length less than 10, if the value is less than 10, so I'll just say okay, I just write it here, return helper dot message, and I write the message length should be greater than like 6 or maybe 10. Yeah, otherwise return true. If this is not, return true. So let me tell you, you can put your custom, you can say okay joy dot string, you are receiving a number or what, just put custom after that. Then you have a value and a helper. Value is something that you are sending, you will receive here. Helper what you will send as a message, you can say it's a response if you talk in terms of Express.js. So then here I'll check my condition, if value length is less than 10, send this message. If greater than that, okay, just let them go. And this if condition can be anything, starting with, you can have a your regular expression, or you can say starting with at the rate, or whatever you think of. So I'll just say username, and I'll just send the username as like Sayyed, not or Ashraf. So it's totally 10, I think it's 10. So I'll just remove 3-4 letters. Yeah, so you can see length should be greater than 10. So I say here length of username should be greater than 10. And if I just make it total 10, so it's look like this. See, it worked. So it's always up to you. I mean there will be a condition you have to use custom, because I have always been in situation where I have to custom, because some data you want by your own way, how you want that. So yeah, so that's all about what do you call this, joy. Yeah, I just forgot how you can validate data with the joy. Now in the next part we see how we can use them with Express. It's super easy, just like a middleware. So yeah, so that's it in this part, guys. Okay guys, now we'll see how you can do the same stuff in Express, like what is the proper way to add joy validation in Express routes. So let me make it little bit above. Yeah, now that's better. Now I'll say install Express and probably Node-man. Mon, sorry, not man. So yeah, so what we'll do, we'll say constant Express equals to require Express, and we'll say const app equals to Express, and we'll say app dot listen port 4000. Yeah, give me a callback as console.log server is running. Okay guys, normal, nothing much. Now we'll just say nodemon server.js. So server is running, everything's fine. Now we'll build our first route. We'll say app.post, and here we'll post some data, request comma response, and we'll say console.log request.body says.send received. Okay, so we are just consoling the data we are getting, and in between we say app.use express.json. So it's all basic, nothing like any other stuff. So we'll open Postman. Opening. Yeah. Now we'll send to port 4000, and here we'll just give up some data, JSON. I'll say just check for the name, and everything's fine, so we'll start over. Okay guys, we should get back the same data received. So, and data got printed, so everything's fine, our server is completely fine. Now we'll say const joy equals to require we'll say joy. Okay, now here we'll define the joy schema. So we'll say constant schema equals to require, and here we'll say joy dot object, and what type of schema I'm expecting name, which will be a string of minimum length 6, maximum 12, and is required. So you can see basic, there is a string, I'm saying minimum length 6, maximum 12, and it's required. Then there is age, and we'll say joy dot number, which minimum should be like you should be 18 years, and maximum you will be 20 years. Sorry guys, and it is also required. Okay, now here we'll put email, joy dot string, and we'll say dot email. Yeah, normal, and it is not required, either you can send it, either you can't, it's up to you. Now as we'll receive the data, now here we'll just say, let me put it down. Yeah, so as we receive the data, we'll say constant body equals to request dot body. Simple, we are getting the data in the body. Now we'll say schema dot validate, and here we'll give our data. So I'll say body. Okay guys, directly we are sending the data, and as usual it will like return us error and response. So let me just say constant response, and here I just send the whatever response is. Okay guys, is it successful or not, whatever the. Okay, yeah, now I'll post the same data again. So it's sending me the error. You can see a bunch of error. Name Sayyed accepted because it's in the value. Then you can see message name length must be at least 6 characters long. So let's just start with sending all the data correctly. So I'll say name Sayyed Ashraf. Okay, now we got error. Okay, shouldn't be any comma. Yeah, so we got getting age is required, so we'll say age. Now I'll say 24. Then there was an email. I'll say email to be syosas@gmail.com, normal. So age must be less than or equal to 20. So I haven't put max. I think max 20 I made. Max should be like 50. Yeah, send. So we got the data back as we are getting. Now we'll just do some modification. Okay guys, so here we'll say in schema we'll receive two things. One is error, one is value. Values, everything's fine, so we got the value. Error, the error. Now we'll just console one of them, console.log error, and here we'll say console.log value. Yeah, and so response variable deleted, so we'll just send a string as a response. Now if I send, you can see error is not defined because we not any error, and you can see in the value we got the value. So what we'll do, we'll put some stuff, we'll put some like modification. Here we'll say if error just return, sorry, if error just return res.send error. Okay guys, and we'll make a status 400. I mean you can just look for the exact number, but 400, as all errors client are 400. Otherwise if not error, so we will not send a value, we'll just say accepted, like that, data accepted or whatever. We'll say message registered. Okay, like this, or we can say successfully registered. Now if I hit send, successfully registered, there is not any error. But if we age make it 18, sorry guys, okay, yeah, minimum is 18, so we'll make it 17. So you can see we are getting a so big much error. So we'll say error dot details, and in details we'll say index 0. Yeah, error dot details index 0, and we'll say error dot, here we'll send the error and just remove the console dot details index 0, and inside that we have a message. Okay, now if I send, age must be greater than or equal to 18, but we'll wrap this up in a message. We'll say message like this, like a JSON structure. Now if we send, message age must be greater than or equal to 18. So you can see it's everything's fine, nothing much. Or you can just say error like this, 404, whatever, I mean whatever you wanna make of. Send error age must be greater than or equal to 18. So you are sending as a data and everything is fine. So you'll just say inserting data. Okay, if everything's fine, you just insert here. After that you send successfully registered. And if I make age 18 successfully registered. But you can see I mean it can be, it's, we can just put this in a different file or something, so it's much more valuable. So we can use, suppose there another route that also using this, we have to write it again. So we'll make a another file called validation.js. now what we'll do, we'll firstly remove this joy, paste this schema also, paste, and what else, I mean we can just, yeah, we can just put all of this stuff. Yeah, now we'll just put everything here. Now here in the top we'll say schema will be already defined, so we'll in the end we'll say module dot exports equals to, we'll have a request comma response and next, because if every, it's the middleware, if everything will be okay, we'll just say go to the main route. Okay, now we'll just cut it, this part, paste it here, save it. So you can see we are it will come firstly here, request, we'll get the body, check error or value, if error return back, otherwise just go to the next route. Okay, normal. Now here we have to import it, so we'll say constant validation equals to require dot slash validation. Yeah, now as a middleware we just put it here, validation, that's it. Now whatever data we can do, if you want to improve in validation, sometimes will just come in this file directly, we don't have to touch any other thing. Now if I run it again, value is not defined. Okay, yeah, I'm consoling here, so I'll just say, I'll just remove this. Okay, see, message successfully registered, it came till here. But if I make age 16, age must be greater than or equal to 18. So I'm just stopping them in this my validation only, so they don't come here. But suppose there is another route, app.post slash data, you have a request comma response cycle, and here will say res.send message data inserted. Okay, now here we need an another validation, so you'll say just make another file. So if you have 10 routes, then 10 files will be just of validation. So we can do better than that. What we can say, we can just say here exports, we can just write the name dot, I'll say it's for registration. Okay, so this is for registration. Now I'll make another, say exports dot, and this is for insert, or we can say insert, because, or data maybe we'll say, because this is for inserting data. And here we'll have a request comma response comma next. Now firstly here we define a schema for here also, we'll say constant, we'll say data schema, and here we'll say joy dot object, or you can define all your schema in a file and just import it here. So let's just make it like this. Firstly here I'll add mobile number, I'll just say joy dot number, and we'll add it is required, and we'll add like any other thing, address, joy dot string dot required. Okay, so you define a schema. Now in this here you'll just say constant body equals to request dot body, then you just copy this same stuff because it's the same. Now instead of schema validation we'll say data schema. Okay, here we'll say data schema. Now the same stuff, save it. Now how do we call it? We'll say app.post/data. so now here we're saying validation. Now here we'll say validation dot registration. Okay, because we want a registration validation running. Now here we'll say comma validation dot, what was the name, I forgot, data. Yeah, so let's just show you. If same route, age must be 18. Now if I go to data route, error mobile is required. So let me just make delete here of everything. We'll say mobile, and here we give a 10 number digit, 77. Yeah, whatever, how many numbers, because I haven't put length validation. Now here I'll say what was address. Yeah, I'll just say India. Okay, so if everything will be cool, it say data inserted. Send data inserted. If suppose mobile number is a string, I say string. Okay, like this. Error mobile number must be a number. So you can see, you can just put validation here and can validate, but this schema is unnecessary. So what can we do? We can make a, we can say joy, or we can say like joy schema.js. Yeah, now firstly we'll just, sorry guys, we'll just copy or maybe cut this thing here, paste it here. Now required joy, everything's fine. Now here we'll just say same as there. We'll say exports dot schema. Exports. Oh wait, it's S. Yeah. Exports dot schema. Here also we'll say exports dot schema. You can export it in the end module dot export in a object as a key value pair. That's also possible, but I prefer this way because you just get everything in one line. Now we'll just save it. Now here we'll just require we'll say constant, we'll say validation, or we'll say just joy equals to require dot slash joy schema. Now here its name is joy dot schema. Okay, my schema is name, so we'll say joy dot schema. Now here we'll say just add joy dot. Okay, now how many schema we have, it doesn't matter, we just have to write joy dot. Yeah, now you can see everything's super cool. Now we don't have, if you want to change the schema, just come here in, but we want to change something here, like we want to add like return value, some, just come here and just change that. So now if we send in the data mobile number, everything's fine. If I send the mobile number, data inserted. So same for that route also. If we say send, error name is required. So this is the way we can just make our Express really cool. We'll have a server where we just don't, whatever you want to do here, and apart from that you can we can add routes, then controllers, that another part, but we can just put schema alag validation like in a different file. Everything will be cool. And so yeah, that's it in this validation of your Node.js application or whatever data is coming. So yeah, that's it in this part guys. Thank you.